Hey everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is the first video of 2026 and I wanted to do something a little special. A more laid back retrospective of how 2025 went and what I'm planning to do in 2026. So grab a cup of coffee or whatever it is that you have on hand and let's just get into it and relax. While I talk about this, you're going to be watching me paint my final painting of 2025. You'll see me working on that in the background while I just, talk over it and highlight some of the things that happened in 2025, timeline, highs and lows, and basically how the year went. One thing that I would like to note though is that the way this painting started to how it ended is basically how my 2025 went. I had started this painting, I think sometime in November of 2025, and I took about a couple of weeks off to just do nothing else and just leave the painting because I didn't really like where it was going. Got back to it literally the last week of December. I tried to continue with what I was thinking, and then it ended up just turning into what it is now. This piece had started as a very, very loose idea that completely changed at the end of the day. Let's start with 32, which happened early in the year. I'd say April. I had known that I would be leading this project late 2024. It was my first time leading a big brand design project at my work, and it was a huge learning curve. There was a lot of stress, and it basically set the tone for how busy my year was going to be. There were definitely moments this year where I had thought and considered quitting my job because I got really overwhelmed with balancing everything. And I'd say that literally over the course of the year, after big projects or after a lot of work that needed to get done, I just felt really, really, really like I wasn't doing what I loved doing. And this would lead me into my first exhibition, which happened in July. I did create a video about this exhibition, which you can watch right here. It was my first group exhibition, first exhibition at all. And I have to say that was like one of the most eye-opening moments, the experiences that I had in my life. And it was just something about me feeling very at home with the space. So I got to meet so many talented artists, made so many new friends, and also I was able to sell some paintings from the exhibition and even outside of the exhibition. That really put a lot of pep in my step, and I think that really enhanced that feeling of dread and having to go back to work literally the next day. Thus began the pattern of me wanting to quit my job literally every waking moment of 2025. Then came Moonshot, one of the biggest projects that we have to do at my work. Now, while I didn't lead this project, I did play a supporting role. And just because I played a supporting role doesn't mean that the stress was any lower. During this period, I had felt very overwhelmed and very anxious about clocking into work every day, even though I work from home. I was struggling to get through the day of just doing regular tasks aside from Moonshot. And even when we came to working on Moonshot things, I felt really, really anxious about it. And because the feelings kept getting worse and not better, I decided that it was time for me to have a conversation with my team lead. What they said was they'll give me some days off to just sit down and think and just be sure that that's what I wanted to do. And at the end, I would come back and let them know what was up. While this break was nice, I was able to rest and not worry about work for about a week and some days. It also made things really clear with the fact that leaving my job was not an option because I'm not making enough money from my art, and it just seemed very impractical for me to quit. So coming back into work after that just filled me with a lot more anxiety. Yeah, I was more relaxed. I could take on more things with a calmer head, but the feeling of being stuck was something that I believe I really wasn't ready to deal with or prepared to deal with. And getting back into work after that break, things were a little easier. I was quite significantly less stressed, so I did need a break, but the feeling of dread did not go. I still was very anxious, but I chose to just keep all of that in and just focus on Moonshot, and thankfully Moonshot was a success. Shortly after that though was my birthday. Typically when my birthday rolls around, I'm not exactly the happiest person. I tend to compare my current self with the previous year's self, and I felt like there was a bit of stagnation there. I had so many plans from 2024 about 2025 that I don't think I had been able to do. And that really set me down a really bad path. Again, aside from just the stress of work, I just felt very, very demotivated about everything. And I was very mean to myself during that period. There were talks of a second exhibition, and because I hadn't made anything new, I had just felt like I would drop out of it. I mean, I'd never gotten back to the Purple X Place exhibition, guys, that I wouldn't be participating. I just assumed that my lack of response would have been taken as me not doing anything because I genuinely did not feel motivated to create anything at all. I felt very down and in a rough. I didn't trust myself to do anything and be good at it. And it just wasn't the healthiest place for me to be in. That's where, after a few conversations with my brother and a breakup, I decided that I needed to get my shit in order and do something about it and help myself. And I looked into getting therapy and I did start therapy. Through therapy, I got diagnosed with ADHD, and I can tell you that having that singular diagnosis has literally lifted a lot of the negative feelings and things I've been thinking about myself, because that's just how my brain works. And there are ways for me to cope with it, but I'm not on any medication or prescriptions. Just knowing is like half the battle, I guess. Having therapy, having somebody I could talk to about the way I've been feeling about myself and all the other anxieties and depression that I've been dealing with has been fantastic and such a valuable thing and gift, I could say, I gave to myself. Because getting into gear and realizing I have ADHD and just talking to a professional allowed the thoughts I've been having about myself about being an imposter and dealing with imposter syndrome a lot more easy to deal with. Allowed me to recognize what I needed to do to stop feeling like that and just be more confident with myself. And that led me to choosing to start learning again. Something I had chosen to do from the beginning of the year, to just start learning how to do things again from the basics. I've seen that I've been able to take more strides to learn and be actively learning. I had a few health issues that I will not get too into, but it did put a lot of things into perspective and made me realize I needed to change some old habits of mine. Now, getting into what's next for 2026. Well, for 2026, I'm happy to say that I do know what I'm going to get up to. I am going to do my best to be healthier. I'm getting back into the gym. I am going to keep creating. I am going to have quite a few exhibitions, and I'm just going to enjoy 2026 and everything that is going to throw at me. I'm just going to do my best, just enjoy life and its experience and just everything that 2026 has to offer. Hopefully your 2025 was great. I hope your 2026 is even better. So now we're going to get back into this painting. As you can see, where we started to where we are at right now is very different. And that is exactly how my 2025 was.